So my name is Kelly Reddin, and I started Inspiring Your Creativity after working in business and education for 45 years. And the reason that I did that is because creativity is problem solving. Creativity allows you to be better with creation of ideas, products, processes, solutions, and we need that in our businesses and in our education world. So Albert Einstein said, excuse me, creativity is intelligence having fun. And I think that's really true. 98% of 3-year-olds have a genius level of creativity. But by the time they're 12, they're down to using 2% of their creative potential. What could we do if we could double that to just 4%? We could make a lot of changes. Everyone is creative, but many people say, oh, no, I'm not creative. That's because they've lost their confidence in their ability to be creative. Creativity is energizing. So we need, when we start to be creative, we get more energy. The more energy we get, the more creative we are. And so that's how I combine business and education to make the Inspiring Your Creativity my consulting firm. So I believe that both education and business need hands-on ways to communicate. We know that we learn best when things are hands-on. So my experience is that few educational consultants truly know STEM and STEAM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and math, and to add in the arts if you're doing STEAM. That should be project-based. It should be inclusive. It's not we have a science lesson here and a math lesson there. It should be completely inclusive. Very, very few programs do that, where they include everything. And it should include the 4 C's: creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking. We need people who come out of school and come out of college able to walk into a business unit and be able to collaborate freely, to be able to bring ideas to the fore, and have that business open to those ideas. Few business consultants really know creativity. And why do I say that? Because most meetings are exactly what we're doing right here. I'm talking, you're listening. That's not super creative. But I did bring along a friend, my pink elephant here, to help explain. And I'll bring my pink elephant back later, okay? So, we need engagement in that business community when we're having a meeting. It can't just be sit and get. It has to be interactive. Now, I'm focusing my business on the Midwest, the flyover states. And I extend it from even Montana and North Dakota all the way down to Mississippi because there are so few people who really want to work with small businesses and small town education. But I do. I have worked for Lego Education for the last 21 years as a global master trainer and solutions architect. And I was able to travel and see all 50 states working for them, Canada, Mexico, most of Europe, and a lot of Asia. So I bring together ideas that I've seen from all over. And I truly believe that the Midwest is left out, and it bothers me greatly because the people and the students in the Midwest are super important, and we need to have these ideas and things that I've seen other places brought here. We can't just be the flyover states. So I love to bring the knowledge that I've gained from those people because I'm not the smartest person in the room. You are. You know your community best, but I can bring ideas that maybe you've never seen to you and work with you. So it's not that I'm so brilliant, but you are, and the people I've worked with before. And so I can bring those ideas together. So on my educational consulting side, I do STEM and STEAM. I'm affiliated with a couple different companies, and I do professional development, I write curriculum, those kind of things. On the business side, which is what you're interested in, what do I do? Well, I have presentations that help you as a business get more creative, get more communication going, can improve processes. Now, I'm not the one who comes in and says, oh, you should do A, B, and C. No. I allow your people that you already have, that know your business, that know your community, to come forward with ideas. So, for example, yes, I've worked with big companies like Alcon and General Electric, but I've also worked with small companies with 100 people or less. And one thing that we did was I brought together, this small company was going to start a new product that they were going to manufacture. And we brought together everyone, all the managers, from the person who had the idea, all of their manufacturing people, their warehouse, who's going to ship it out, who's going to have to pack it, and all that in one place. And we did some activities, and we got communication open. And it was the most successful at the end of their project process, because the manufacturing people never considered that the warehouse people really need to know, how big is it? Is it going to be heavy? Do I need to put it on a pallet? Do I need to put it, do I need to order new containers, new boxes for it? How often are we going to ship it? How much do you think you're going to sell? Because I need to know where to put it in my warehouse. Simple things like that, which were being done only after the whole process is gone through, made it much easier for everyone to work together. So I also work with not-for-profits and do some really fun events. So ideas can be something like wine and design or beer and bots, to get people out of their comfort zone a little bit, because I'm not looking to work big cities, I'm not for profit. My marketing plan is this: it's the personal touch, because that's the way my business is. I look at individuals, individual companies, individual school districts, because no two are alike. They might be in the same town, but they're not necessarily the same. And so I don't have a cookie cutter approach, one size fits all. So that's my marketing plan, is not a big email campaign. It is handwritten notes, talking and getting references from people to go and talk to them about what their needs are. What do they hope to obtain or achieve in the next year? And then go from there. I do lunch and learns. I do mostly things that are personal. So I come to you personally, not, I can do something virtually, but I don't prefer to do that. And I have about 8,000 contacts on LinkedIn now. And I message people through LinkedIn rather than just broadcast. But I will be starting to use the broadcast method of LinkedIn and put up posts and stuff on there. So that's what I'm here for. I need your help. How can I get into Ponca City and the area surrounding it? How can I help you? What is it that you are looking for? And maybe more importantly is, what is it that I should avoid doing? Because sometimes you can work really hard and put in a lot of effort and a lot of time, and it's the wrong style. You're going in the wrong way. So what should I avoid? But before you answer that, I want to return to my pink elephant. Now, this is truly a 2x4 brick. I know that. And by itself, it represented one idea, a pink elephant. But if I put it together with 5 others. So we have 6 of these. They're static, but I can make over 915 million models with this. So if instead of 6 bricks, I have 6 unique, dynamic individuals, can you imagine the new ideas, the new solutions, the new products that you could create? Why I believe you could change the world. Thank you. So now I'm hopeful that you can ask me some questions, or you can help me with my question and learn from you. So does anyone have some help for me?
Kelly, I'm excited that you really have a preference for the small businesses, because most people go for the large corporations. How did you kind of hit on that target?
Okay, the question was, how did I hit on the target for small businesses compared to large corporations? I've worked with both. One, I prefer the small businesses because change is so much easier, 1. And 2, the majority of people are working in small business. And those are the people who are making differences in communities. Yes, a big business can come in and they can put a lot of money into a community, but it's generally the small businesses that make the difference in communities. So that's why.
Thank you for that.
Sure. Anybody have ideas for me on the best way to come into Ponca City and work with the people here in Ponca City? Or questions for me?
Eventually, chamber lunch and learn would work.
Okay.
It's one way of getting introduced into a lot of the people here in Ponca City.
Okay, thank you. So a chamber lunch and learn, and we actually are going to have one today, this afternoon. And so I appreciate all the help that people here have given me to make that possible. Anything else?
I really feel like just reaching out, this is the kind of your first step. And just as we had conversations prior to her presentation, talked about opportunities for like our professional organization for the Business and Industry Services Group across the state of Oklahoma. So just knowing your availability. I know that when I saw you were from Joplin, I thought, does she know where Ponca City is?
I do. Yes. So I am from Joplin, and but my focus is the Midwest. I'm born and raised in the Midwest, lived all over, but I came back to the Midwest on purpose. And I really believe that working through organizations in the Midwest can affect change and make things better for everyone who lives there. And so going with the polytechnics, with other organizations that have a statewide offering. I will be presenting with OK Connections, HR Connections in April. So I'm going to do a pre-conference workshop for them for free certification for their HR people. There's just so many possibilities to get people talking with one another and working together, and that's my goal. I really want to do that.
You might try economic development, Ponca City Development Authority.
Okay.
They deal with the businesses every day.
Okay, thank you. So the Ponca City Economic Development. I appreciate that, Mayor. Thank you.
Kane County in and of itself is very rich in nonprofit organizations, and a good place to start might be the United Way as far as reaching some of those nonprofit agencies.
Okay.
And I did have a question. How long has it been since you've been out of corporate, and how long has Inspiring Your Creativity been in operation itself?
So I left Lego in August, and I opened my business in September. I had a plan. So when I left, I was ready to roll. So I would appreciate, and I'm going to repeat what you've said for the for the benefit of the recording. So you suggested that K County has a lot of not-for-profit organizations, and that perhaps going through United Way would be a good way for me to step in and find out things that are needed in the area. So thank you very much. I think maybe we're done.
So Kelly, we usually ask, what can our community do to support you? And I feel like you've kind of already, you've told us already. Is there anything else that you can think of that we can do to support you?
Well, mostly I just want to be able to come in and work with the community, especially the businesses, and I'd love to work with the schools and see what we can do to get some new programs, some new professional development, something that you've not done before, that kind of thing. So I really appreciate that
And the
opportunity.
Career Tech
And the
is a
career
good
tech.
area to touch on too,
Okay, and career tech.
because they touch all the career techs.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, and if I can add, just for, she does have a lunch and learn today here, probably be in the same room. We are we maxed out, Brooke? If you were really nice to us, we maybe could get you a spot. It is free, it will be a light lunch of just sandwich and chips, so it's simple. Mayor, we have a couple of people registered from the PCDA, so the Ponca City Development Authority, they'll be coming.
Excellent.
I don't know if they're in the chamber or not. Rich is coming, so we'll have some more chamber folks. So get an opportunity to have actually an interact and a taste for what her training is like and how she can work with you. So I think that will be, a good opportunity to see how does it apply to your business. And I know personally, I spent last year working on my creativity. That was like kind of one of my personal goals, and realizing that creativity is different. It's not always just being artsy-fartsy. So.
No, creativity is problem solving, and it's getting to work with others, and it's that richness of adult play. So I think there are a lot of possibilities, and I really would encourage everyone who can to come to the Lunch and Learn today. It's going to be a lot of fun, I promise. You won't leave tired. You will leave energized. All right.